please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Lockdown and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Hit or Miss, where I look at NHL teams' first-round draft picks from 2005 through 2015 and determine if each pick is a hit or a miss. And this, believe it or not, is the final episode of this series. I have done every single NHL team, other than obviously Vegas because they didn't exist yet. But I have done all of the other NHL teams, and we are finishing up today with the Tampa Bay Lightning. This has been so much fun to go back and look at all this. It's been really cool, but I am kind of happy that we're through all the teams. We've looked at everybody, and now I can move on and do another video series or do something else and talk about other things. But this has been a lot of fun. Final episode. Let's get into it here. Tampa Bay Lightning draft picks, first round from 2005 through 2015, and let's get into it. Starting in 2005, where they had the 30th overall draft pick in the first round, and they took defenseman Vladimir Mihalik. And this one is a miss, as he only played 15 games in the NHL, scoring no goals, 3 assists for 3 points, and a -7 rating. Obviously, you want way more than 15 career games out of a first-round pick. He did not work out as an NHL defenseman, and this one is a miss. 2006, they drafted 15th overall and took goaltender Riku Helenius. And this is another miss, as he only played in one NHL game, did not have a record, did not give up a goal either. His career goals against average is 0. His save percentage is 1,000. However, he only appeared in one game, and I would assume that that was in a mop-up backup role in a blowout game, because he never touched NHL ice again. And obviously that is a miss, not what you're looking for with a first-round pick. 2007, they did not have a first-round pick, so we move on to 2008, where they drafted first overall. They had the magic #1 pick in 2008, where they took center Steven Stamkos. Obviously, this is a massive hit. I shouldn't even have to elaborate on that. 803 games played, 422 career goals, 410 career assists, 832 career points, and a +44 rating. One of the best NHL players of his generation. Obviously, absolutely incredible. Better than point per game player throughout his career. An absolute superstar for the Lightning for so many years. May spend his entire career with the Lightning. Absolutely incredible player. And obviously a massive, massive hit. 2009, they had 2 first-round draft picks. The first one coming 2nd overall, where they took defenseman Victor Hedman. Obviously, this is another massive hit, as Hedman has gone on to become one of the best defensemen in the entire NHL, a perennial Norris Trophy candidate. Just an incredibly good defenseman and player. 762 career games, 105 goals, 368 career assists for 473 points, and a +116 career rating. Like I said, he's won a Norris Trophy. He's in the Norris conversation almost every year. Just absolutely incredible player, and huge hit with that pick. They picked again that year, 29th overall, and took right wing Carter Ashton. And this one is a miss. This one did not go nearly as well as Hedman, as he only played 54 NHL games, scoring no goals, 3 assists for 3 points, and a -12 rating. Carter Ashton just did not work out as an NHL player. Barely saw NHL ice, and that's a miss. 2010, they had the 6th overall pick, and with that pick, they took right wing Brett Connolly. And this is another miss, as Brett Connolly has gone on to have a decent NHL career. He's now with the Florida Panthers. He's played for a lot of different teams. He's had a decent NHL career. However, he has never, ever lived up to being a top 10 draft pick. He should not have gone 6th overall. He's played 496 career games, scoring 98 goals, 90 assists for 188 points, and a +9 rating. He's turned out to be a pretty solid third-line type player and goal scorer, secondary scorer, but he never became a star or anything like that, and certainly not a guy that should have gone in the top 10 of that draft year. 2011, they selected 27th overall. With that pick, they took forward Vlad Nemesnikov. Now, this one is a hit, as for a late first-round draft pick, Nemesnikov has gone on to have a shaky NHL career, but overall, he's still in the league. He's still an NHL player. He's now with the Colorado Avalanche. He was having a really good year this year before the season got suspended and shut down, but Nemesnikov has turned out to be pretty good. He's had a few really good years in the NHL, then he's had a few not so good years, but he's still in the league. He's still an NHL player, so that makes this one a hit. 425 games played, 83 goals, 106 assists, 189 points, and a +7 rating. Again, if he was a top 10 pick, I would not be calling him a hit. But at 27th overall, late in the round, that's a pretty good pick up there. 2012, they had 2 first-round picks again in 2012. The first one coming 10th overall, where they took defenseman Slater Cuckoo. And this one is a miss, as he has never really even become a full-time NHL defenseman. He's often been between the AHL and NHL, or even healthy scratched a lot at the NHL level. He's only played 149 career games, 7 goals, 22 assists for 29 points, and a +6. This would be a miss for any first-round pick, never mind a top 10 pick. He just never developed and became the player that he was expected to be. So certainly a miss there. But don't worry, they had it picked again 19th overall. And they took goaltender Andrei Vasilevskiy, who is obviously a hit, as he has gone on to become one of the best goaltenders in the NHL, probably the best young goaltender in the NHL. He's already a Vezina Trophy winner. Just absolutely incredible player. 260 games played, a record of 159, 73, and 18, with a 2.55 goals against, and an incredibly good .919 career save percentage. Vasilevsky's been outstanding in his career, is going to be outstanding going forward. He's one of the best goalies in the league. 2013, they selected 3rd overall, and with that pick, they took left wing Jonathan Drouin. Now, this one is a miss. Jonathan Drouin has not lived up to being a number 3 overall pick, at least not yet. He's played 349 games in the NHL, scoring 67 goals, 142 assists for 209 points, and a -51 rating. Tampa ended up trading him to Montreal because he was not working out in Tampa. He's been good with Montreal. He hasn't been great. Obviously, the team around him isn't all that great either. He's had some injury issues, but Jonathan Drouin is a guy who I think is a good player, and obviously is very talented, but I really do not think he's lived up to being a 3rd overall pick, and for that reason, I'm going to call this one a miss. Now, that doesn't mean that he can't be a late bloomer and maybe turn into a hit in the future. He's still young. He was only drafted in 2013. Maybe he has a breakout season next year and has, like an 85, 90-point season, and then maybe I'd change my tune on him a little bit. For now, I think Jonathan Drouin is a miss at 3rd overall. 2014, they selected 19th overall, and with that pick, they took defenseman Tony DeAngelo. This one is a hit, as DeAngelo did have a breakout season this year with the New York Rangers, who he currently plays for. He never played for Tampa Bay, I don't believe. He played for Arizona, and then he got traded to the Rangers and has been with New York ever since. He's played 200 career games, scoring 24 goals, 81 assists, 105 points, and a -13 rating. Really, really good young defenseman. Like I said, had a huge year this year with New York. Really burst onto the scene as one of, a really quality top 4 young defenseman. So I'm excited to see what Tony DeAngelo does going forward and how good of a player he can be. But definitely a hit with that pick, 19th overall, as he's turned out to be a solid defenseman. And then finally, 2015, they did not have a first-round pick. So that does it, guys. Obviously, we saw some hits in here. We saw some misses as well. That's typical. I don't think Tampa's their draft record in the first round isn't particularly great. Certainly isn't terrible. We've seen much worse. It's pretty normal. This is what we've seen a lot throughout this series. A pretty big mix of hits and misses. So That does it, guys. This was the last one. The series is now over. Tampa Bay Lightning first round picks, and that does it for the hit or miss series. So I really cannot thank you guys enough for all your support with these videos and on this channel. And for those of you that watched every one or most of them, just absolutely incredible. It's taken me, about a month to do all these. Maybe even a little longer, but it's been awesome. So thank you guys so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be talking to you guys soon.